Hello sneaker lovers, welcome back to Shoe Dog Review. Okay, this series we're calling Footwear 101 and this is part 1, the last. Okay, a last is based on the shape of your foot. It's actually not the end. The word last means this form. Traditionally it'd be made from wood, and you know, these days it's made from plastic and we grade that round. This thing here, which is a foot shaped item which we mould the shoe upon. A last. Now back in the day they were made out of wood, and you know, back in the day when you had dollars and you know money, you'd have a guy who'd have a last. It was specifically the same as your foot, so you'd make your pair of shoes and they fitted you perfectly. But times have changed, and now we've got like standardized lasts, standardized sizing, and we kind of like, we know what size we are. Be in US 11, US 12, UK 12, or an EU 43, EU 42, whatever. Okay, so the standardized sizing and measurements. So what we've got here is a foot shape. This foot shape, which we call a last, is what we form the upper upon. This is the foundation of every shoe pretty much. Now the dimensions of this relate to your foot, but of course it's been filled in. There's areas that your foot wouldn't exist. You know, if you actually saw a foot, it wouldn't be quite like this. But this is what a shoe shape that's, let's say, a simplified version of your foot inside the shoe would resemble this. But for sports lasts, they tend to be more close to the real anatomy, and what we've got here is a sports last. Now, traditionally, when you're making an upper, which we'll show you at the next stage, you'll tape up this last so you get a skin covering, and you draw your design on it, and there you can actually create your upper design and the foundation pattern from which you'll make your shoe. The upper is then placed over this, formed around it, and that thickness combined with the last is what then defines the sole, or the plate of the sole. Now I'm just going to pause and show you. Okay, so with the last inside the upper now, with the upper added around it to find that shape, this then becomes the shape here that defines the top plate of the sole, which we see here. And so when those two fit together, they fit perfectly, and the sole is built out from that foot plate there, which itself is defined by the last. So this is how your foot is the beginning of what becomes the shape of a shoe on the outside. So this shape here is the bottom plate, we call it. This is your foot plus the upper thicknesses in terms of width and depth, which we see here, combined. And then that perimeter here becomes the innermost perimeter of the sole from which you want to stand, and then it extends out from that depending on the styling of the sole. Okay, join me part 2. We'll have a look at a taped upper. Thanks guys, cheers, bye.